this, and I'm going to share my screen, and let me see if I can find my PowerPoint. There it is. Okay.
Because she doesn't have that much storage in her phone. She needs to go to an iPad if possible.
Okay, so our community is a community of like-minded, health-conscious people who are just really trying to make one simple change at a time, and for our better health. And so I'm going to share with you some things that I've learned for the last 16 years. One of the things, that we all need to come to the realization is that our bodies, we only get one in our lifetime, right? We can't turn it in, and we can't get a new liver, a new kidney whenever we want it, but we sure eat like we could. So we're going to talk about things that we can do to not be such a stress on our bodies, and so that our bodies will last a very long time with optimal health all the way into older age. Our country is a very affluent country, but unfortunately, we have a lot of sickness in our country. So we don't want to be like the average person in America, where heart disease is rising, cancer is on the rise, diabetes and obesity, which is tied very high to diabetes and heart disease, but also even just 40 pounds of being overweight actually increases your chance of cancer by 80%. So there's a lot of different things that we really need to watch out for. There's a lot of people on medications, and our teens are headed in the same direction. So the state of health in America is not that great. And so we need to look to nutrition. Thomas Edison said, "The doctor of the future will no longer treat the human frame with drugs, but rather will cure and prevent disease with nutrition." So we're going to focus on that. Our striking reality is that 90% of the food eaten in America is processed. And so we live in a time where our children are more harmed by poor diet than exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. But the good news is that 75% of diseases are preventable through good nutrition. You can go to Barnes & Noble or a bookstore or go online, and you'll find books that say reversing heart disease, reversing thyroid disease, reversing a lot of things. And so heart disease. And so you can just know that nutrition is a huge part of that. And so we really want to think of food as fuel. Many years ago, before I learned all this, I was eating junk food, sugar, caffeine, anything that came along, but I had the immune system to go with it. I was not properly fueling my car, that's for sure. And so, I had the vitality that went with that. I was very drained and run down. I had allergies. I had bumps on my arms and legs. And so, nutrition really plays a big role in how you feel every day, how you look, and whether or not you're going to get some type of disease or disorder over time. So it's really important that we pay attention to it. And one of the key concepts is to identify that real food doesn't have a label. So if you stay in the perimeter of the aisles of the shopping center, that's where your real food is going to be, where it's just that, it's fruits, vegetables, nuts, a lot of times seeds, and so beans, things like that, where it's a plant food. Those are real foods. And you can see that real food has real enzymes, and it's alive, just like that watermelon. Live food rots, and it also sprouts. So what we like to say is, if it doesn't rot or sprout, throw it out. So when we have processed foods, we are not really doing our bodies justice, because we're actually wearing on our bodies. And you could see that Happy Meal at the bottom does not rot. And we have one that people have had in our community. They went and bought one, and for 13 years it has not rotted. So there's a lot of preservatives, a lot of chemicals in processed foods that you want to be careful of, because it's really for the manufacturer's benefit, not for ours. So we want to eat real food. And 150 doctors researched 4,500 studies on what keeps us healthy. The only common denominator is a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. So it's really, really important to get a lot of fruits and vegetables in our diet every day, and all kinds, all the different varieties, all the different colors. They've all got different special things that they do. Blues and purples are good for the brain, circulation, things like that. Greens are good for calcium. So it's really important to eat lots of different colors and varieties and not eat the same ones all the time. And the American Cancer Society poster could say anything on their poster. They could say, stop smoking, watch for fast growing moles, all kinds of things like that. But they choose to put fruits and vegetables on there. So that really gives us some control over whether we're going to get cancer or not. We need to eat lots and lots of fruits and vegetables to prevent cancer, but any disease, stroke, Alzheimer's, autoimmune disorders, everything can be helped with an increase of fruits and vegetables. That's why the government recommends half your plate be filled with fruits and vegetables every day. And this is, for just a minimum recommendation. The minimum recommendation is 7 to 13. We want to go beyond that if we want optimal health. So you really cannot eat too many fruits and vegetables. You want to eat them all day long. Now, why is that? What's happening on the cellular level is we all have oxidative stress. And with that oxidative stress, there's a byproduct called free radicals. Those free radicals are hitting on our normal healthy cells 10,000 oxidative hits a day. And so what happens is those cells get little nicks in them, and it leads to mutation and disease over time. One Nobel Peace Prize winner says that every day you stand in front of an X-ray machine without fruits and vegetables in your diet, it's like, every day that you don't have enough fruits and vegetables in your diet, it's like standing in front of an X-ray machine. Why is that? Because fruits and vegetables have those antioxidants to combat that oxidative stress. So that's really what's needed for those healthy cells. And you guys all have more healthier cells than unhealthy cells, and that's why we're all here today. So we want to protect those healthy cells with lots of fruits and vegetables. Unfortunately, the statistic is that we are not consuming fruits and vegetables. We are consuming statistically less than 2 servings a day. And then a lot of people turn to vitamins, and there's really only been 30 vitamins and minerals that have been identified and replicated and put into a multivitamin, where in fact there's thousands of vitamins, minerals, enzymes, phytochemicals that are actually in the fruits and vegetables. So really you can't even scratch the surface when you're trying to take a multivitamin to bridge the gap. One of our doctors says we don't have a vitamin deficiency, we have a whole food deficiency. And it's not just a gap, it's like the Grand Canyon. So we need to really eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. So I learned that many years ago. This is me 16 years ago, maybe 17 by now. And that was my first baby. And you can see the health differences in my first picture on the top and my last picture on the bottom, and that is a difference of 8 years. I was older on the bottom picture, but much healthier because I had made a lot of simple changes. And it really was with a couple of great daily habits that I'm going to share with you today of how we flooded our family's body with lots and lots of plant foods. You want to increase your plants as much as possible every single day, starting from the morning and going into the night, And so our family has really been so much healthier because my friend introduced me to this concept. I used to have to pull off the side of the road to sleep on just a 3-hour drive. I was so drained. I used to have allergies with the Kleenex and all that. I no longer have that. I have so much more vitality now in my late 40s than I ever did in my 20s and 30s. I had that healthy pregnancy at age 40, and my family is able to stay out of the doctor's office. There are no sick visits. We have not been on antibiotics, and they just don't have to go to the doctor except for wellness visits. So it's really wonderful. Well, here is our secret weapon. It's fruits and vegetables and berries and concentrated powders in capsules or in chewables for children or adults who don't like to swallow capsules. And so 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries. So you're getting all the different colors of the rainbow. And then also our complete shake is our other tool that we use every single day to have a brainy breakfast or a complete meal. It's got complex carbohydrates, plant proteins, lots of fiber. So it's another way to get lots of plants in our diet every day. So imagine eating all these. Wouldn't you be so much healthier? And it's raw, vine ripened, and no herbicides, pesticides, heavy metals, no gluten, all the things you would ever want. And it's something that we've been consuming for the last 16, 17 years, almost 17. And I am proud to represent this company. I have a couple master's degrees. I wouldn't feel comfortable representing them unless they had research behind their product. And here are some of the universities and medical centers that have done Juice Plus research, product specific research, and even on pregnant women and ovarian cancer patients at MD Anderson Cancer Center. And so I like to say they would never use it on pregnant women and ovarian cancer patients. You know that it's safe and effective. It's gone beyond all the hurdles that it would have to be, that they would have to go through to be able to even use it on students at these different medical centers or universities or patients. So be assured that it is safe and effective. The clinical journals show that it is bioavailable. The antioxidants get into the bloodstream within days. And most important is a reduction in that oxidative stress, because that is what is tied to disease, oxidative stress. You can look that up for any disease and you're going to find that it's highly correlated. Same with systemic inflammation, very correlated to any disease. So both of those are reduced with Juice Plus. And then it supports a healthy immune system. Within 80 days, the T cells are up, the natural killer cells are up. And also they have found that the DNA is actually less damaged. Every time that we have new cells, it's like having a copy of a copy of a copy on a copy machine. Over time, we have damage to our cells, especially the strand breakage on DNA. And so they've looked at the strands and found that they're not as damaged on Juice Plus. So you're getting protected. And I love that for children too, who have not damaged their DNA over all this time, that they can be protected, you know. Also, we do have a children's health study where children can get Juice Plus for free, ages 4 through 18, also undergraduate and college with an adult purchase. And what they found is that they are eating more fruits and vegetables, they have less doctor visits, less over-the-counter medications, and things like that. And you'll see some of those on here. You know, just starting to take in those plant foods, you're going to find lots of good results. You know, if you were to eat lots and lots of fruits and vegetables, you would find these results also. Unfortunately, the statistic is hardly anybody is eating that many fruits and vegetables. And so we, of course, encourage you to eat lots of fruits and vegetables, but this is considered the next best thing. The research has proven that Juice Plus is in line with the whole body of research on fruits and vegetables. So everybody has a lot of great results with Juice Plus, and good nutrition equals good results no matter what disorder somebody might have, or whether they just want more energy or to get rid of you know, some of their skin issues or anything like that. Good nutrition is always going to help. So I want to call on Lisa again, and just if you could just give us a couple bullet points of your results that you had, and then we'll go to Casey, and then we'll see if there's anybody with any questions.
Okay, so far, Michaela has not had any more UTIs. She is eating more fruits and vegetables, and her sleep is better. She lays down, and within 5 minutes, she's asleep, and she wakes up and not as cranky. I have noticed more regularity in my bowels, and I don't need medicine for my acid reflux that I had. I'm excited about the longer that I'm on Juice Plus, the more benefits and differences I'm going to be seeing. And I'm hoping with, by the time school starts, we will be on for a little over 4 months. And that's, of course, the time frame that it takes for Juice Plus and its nutrients to get inside your blood and cells and organs, and that it's going to help the kids with their immune systems going back to school and all the journeys that school has.
Absolutely. Well, I'm so excited for you and your family, and I think you're very excited also, aren't you?
Yes, I am, very.
It's really
my youngest daughter, we had some severe storms here at the beginning of the week, and we had to get into our storm shelter. So the kids, of course, are going and grabbing everything that's so important to them. And so she gets her iPad, of course, and she gets her Juice Plus, and she runs, and she's 8. No, I'm sorry, she's 7. And she grabs her Juice Plus and she goes, "Wait, Mom, you didn't get yours. Do you want yours?" So I thought that was really cute, and I never have to remind her to take hers. She loves listening to the videos on the JP startup in the video library. She loves listening, and I've signed up a couple of friends that she goes to school with, and so she goes to school and she asks them if they're taking theirs and how they're liking it and how it's good for them. So it's real cute.
It's a wonderful lifestyle that you're pursuing with your family, you know, and my kids understand the value of lots of fruits and vegetables, and they love that they're not sick because they're taking their Juice Plus. So they take it every day too. There's a little guy. Hi. Okay. And Casey, did you want to add why it made sense to you?
Well, we're just trying to adopt a healthier lifestyle and just make better choices. We've been taking it for probably right at 6 weeks, and I've noticed that we're already just craving fruits and vegetables more than we've ever. So we're happy and glad to be going in the right direction.
I am so happy for you. And that is one of the first things that's noticed besides better bowel movements. You know, that is one of the things. And what happens is it's cellular memory. So just like when you drink a lot of water, you crave more water. When you drink soda, you crave more soda. When our bodies get those nutrients from those fruits and vegetables, then we crave more fruits and vegetables. So it's really an awesome thing. And so our mission with the Juice Plus Company is to inspire healthy living around the world. And so we hope that we've inspired you tonight with some education. Do you have any questions, any of our guests on the line? Or any comments to Casey or to Lisa?
This is Becky. I have no problem eating vegetables. I don't eat fruits. I'm not a fruit eater.
Okay. Well, thank you, Becky. And so Juice Plus comes with fruits and vegetables and also berries, and the combination of how they've discovered it, it was something that was put together by a naturopathic physician who tested out a lot of fruits and vegetables together. And the research is all based on the fruits and vegetables, you know, together. So we really recommend you take them together for a better immune system and all that good stuff. So people, even though they may eat more than one of the other, they may not have the variety, you know, of beets and cranberries and parsley and kale, all those different dark, dense fruits and vegetables, also raw and vine ripened. So they still have great results, you know, even with the one that they eat more of. So we recommend it. It's definitely something that could help your family get on the path to better health. And we thank you for being on tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. We'll see if anybody has any more comments, but I'll go ahead and stop the recording.